Stop scrolling right now if you love Fallout. I've had plenty of people ask for a full room tour, and this is my most up-to-date version. In this video, I'm primarily going to be showcasing the artwork, a couple of my creations, and just a quick rundown of my shelves. I'm not going to be focusing too much on what's in the glass cabinets because I've already done videos on most of those things, but I'm doing a quick pass by just in case you haven't seen those videos, and if you haven't, I'd appreciate it if you went and checked them out. This is about 6 years worth of collecting, maybe 7, and it really adds up over time. And yes, those are t-shirts framed above my closets. I'm just going to try and do this in a clockwise fashion. So first up on top is the Vertibird Lithograph. As you can see, it's out of 500 and I have number 6. So I was lucky enough to get a nice low number on that one. Next up we've got the Monument. This is a very, very desirable lithograph. It's out of 300, I got a pretty decent number on it. Next up we've got North End Street. I've got to move my filming table, so we're going to back up here a second. There we go. This one's out of 500. I got a pretty mid number on that. And bear with me because my knees are not ready for this. We have Avenue Entrance. This one is also out of 500, and what did I get here? 142 out of 500. Not terrible. Still, with lithographs, you primarily want to get the low numbers. And you know what? While we're at my table, this is the helmet I painted. This helmet will be available for auction in November at the Good Springs event in Nevada. The proceeds from the auction will go to the charity Fallout for Hope. There are some wonderful people in that organization and they are doing great things. They have several very entertaining podcasts that actually feature the voice actors from the game. So if you have some spare time, check them out too. This is another one of my little crafts. I just made a little fogger for Halloween. It's been featured in a couple of my videos, and I feel like I really don't show it off enough. But you know what? It's fun to play with. And my son gets the biggest kick out of it. Alright, back to the art. Here we go. This top one up here is the 10th anniversary Fallout 3 lithograph. You'll notice a bunch of the art I have is actually covered by something in one way, shape, or form. I don't recall how many of this one were made, but this is an artist proof. I feel like this was numbered around 400 total, but I can't remember the actual number at this time. Next up, we're going to have Ashes of Megaton. Pretty sure Loot Crate put out a tiny version of this one. I think it may have actually been featured in the Fallout crates. Again, I'm not going to be doing any fancy editing, so you're going to have to sit here and struggle with me as I try to get the total number. Yeah, it's out of 500. This is a wonderful print. I love the 24 by 36 size prints. Just because of the larger size, you can really see all the fine details in the artwork. And down here is the 25th anniversary lithograph. This one's really hard to see thanks to the cabinet, so I'm going to show you the canvas print of it. It's a little cut off from the original artwork, and the original 25th has the Vault Boy giving you a thumbs up in that corner. I believe there are a total of 400 of those lithographs, and I was lucky enough to get number 101. Now, the one that's pretty much impossible to see back here is the Fallout New Vegas lithograph. This features the same art that was on the All Roads graphic novel. That graphic novel you can find in the Fallout New Vegas Collector's Edition. And back here is one of my favorite prints from my good buddy down under, Doug Marr. You may know him better as 5 Nove Creations. He has commissioned an artist to do a series of prints and canvases, and if you follow the series of art, it will tell a story. Another really hard one to see back here is the Vault 77 Puppet Man poster. This one is actually signed by about 6 devs, and it also features Todd Howard's signature right behind this New Vegas box. But if you want to see the full print, you can go ahead and Google the PAX Puppet Man poster, and you'll likely be able to find an image of it. I know the Fallout Wiki has it too. This one up here is the Relic print. I picked this one up through Cook & Becker, and that website puts out absolute gallery quality prints. I also picked this one up from the same site. This one's Marsh's. All of the Cook & Beckers are limited edition as well. And again, absolutely stunning quality. Again, these are behind stuff, so it's really hard to see if these even have a number on them. I feel like they do, but I just can't see them with my camera. So we're going to move on to some even harder to see prints. This yellow and black one is a Fallout 76 Gickley. The art is fantastic on it, and I really need to find a better way to showcase all my prints. And trust me, I've considered putting them on the ceiling. There were less than 100 of those yellow and black ones made, and they were only available for 72 hours, much like this one. This is the teal version of the Rex lithograph. This Mr. Handy's an open edition, just like the red version of the Rex, so they are not numbered. Then I have more fan art. This one is called Welcome Home by Pi Par, and yes, it looks fantastic in a black light. This War Never Changes was my very first lithograph actually. I can't see the number, but I believe this is out of 600. so my 300 is a pretty mid number on that. And finally we have the Welcome to Nuka World lithograph. As you can see, this one's clearly out of 600. I believe that was my second lithograph that I purchased. This is the Garage Open Edition lithograph. There is a larger version of this one that is numbered, but I don't have it because that one's expensive. Continuing around the room, at the very top here we have the Museum of History print. I believe my wife got me this one a few years back. This one is out of 500, so my number 488 is really cutting it close there. Below that we have another Cook & Becker. This is probably my favorite Cook & Becker print, and I feel bad now doing the voiceover that I didn't showcase the pop art canvas that you can kind of see. Tracy Piper was the artist for the pop art canvas, and I actually got her to sign it. She was nice enough to let me send it to her, and she sent it back after signing it. Then we have the Day and Night Mondo prints. The day variant was still available through the artist's website, and luckily my buddy had a spare night variant. Now we're going to talk more about the Fallout 3 art. I'm sure you are all well aware of what this is an homage to, and since it's an older print, it's highly desirable. It is out of 500. Right next to it we have a Trailblazer, and that one is out of 250. But I heard a rumor that there are even less than that due to a flooding issue, and a lot of them got ruined. And then we have the Red Rocket Garage print. I was not a huge fan of this series. Many of these prints seemed very digital. Now mind you, I'm not bashing digital artists. I'm simply saying I'm not a fan of that style. And now we're moving on to the Kiss lithographs. We have a before and after. I did a video on these showcasing the prints, and if you go back and watch them, you can see all the key differences between them. You'll notice key things after the explosion, and the hands on the clock are even different. Pretty sure this one has a name, but it's not coming to me right now, but it's out of 500. This one's usually just referred to as the Power Armor lithograph. And then we have Helping Hand right next to it. This one is out of 250, so as you can see I have another mid number. But I got excellent numbers on the Kiss lithographs. The first one is out of 300 and the after version is out of 500. And I was lucky enough that both of my numbers were below 100. So that's another thing to look out for. This was a special AP release from the 17th and Oak website. I believe they did a pre-release of 100 AP prints of that, and there are a bunch of fun details in that print. And then finally we have Eyes Without a Face. I believe the artist for this is Jason Edmiston. This is the smallest piece of art I have, but I love it all the same. And that's a great number for it being such a limited print. And because I'm out of wall space, I unfortunately have some still in tubes in my closet. But now we're going to be taking a look at one of my creations. This is a Coca-Cola fridge that I turned into a Nuka-Cola Quantum fridge. Once I saw that door, I knew exactly what I had to do. So I painted it up and got some graphics made. Now finally it's time to take a look at the shelves. Right there in the center is the SimTech that was given out at the PAX 2008 event, I believe. I have some prototype shot glasses. I have the full series of the 101 bobbleheads. We have some Vault Boy cereal and the new release Jones Nuka-Cola Victory. Here's another PAX exclusive hand puppet from Vault 77, and that is the counterpart to the poster. I also have the Fallout 3 Survival Edition, which has that Pip-Boy clock in it. Very sought after now that it's super rare. The new Xbox Labs controller. I just went with the default options because I love the coloring. One of my favorite things, the Lucky 38 poker set. These are very limited, and if you can find one for about $400, consider yourself lucky, because they can really range from anywhere between $400 and $600 on the open market. I'm just going to gloss over the rest of this. There's nothing too crazy. We've got some New Vegas things. I picked up that sarsaparilla from the Good Springs event in person, and you see we've got some more Nuka-Cola stuff. And right up on top on the next shelf is the Australia Fallout 4 lunchbox. Not many people know about these, so if you can find one for about $150, $200, that's a good buy. I have pretty much all the guides, but they wouldn't fit on this shelf between those bookends. We have the Vault Dweller Survival Guide that was also another PAX exclusive. We have a sealed Abraxo, which was a launch event exclusive. Also on the shelf is the Slocum's Joe clock and a functional Bluetooth Pip-Boy. So if you're still watching, thanks for sticking through the video and stand by for more content.